What's up, guys? Here I have this beautiful, well, not beautiful, but it's in okay condition, 1998 Honda Accord EX 4-cylinder. I have mentioned this car once before. I can't remember which video it was in, but this is my cousin's car. She bought it from my grandmother, who bought it brand new back in 1998. You can see it's not in the best shape cosmetically. She doesn't take care of it. I haven't washed the wheels or anything, but I'll be using this car for my road test Monday, so that's why I have it. So it's a 1998 Honda Accord EX, like I said. It's silver on gray, which honestly, I mean, the 4-cylinder models are slow, but I do like the 98s for the cloth material they have. I also do like the 98s for these wheels that are similar to the ones that were on the 96 to 98 3.2 TLs. The tires measure 195, 65, 15s, so 15-inch aluminum alloys. She was in an accident, so she kind of was merged off the highway, went across the divider, and yeah, it was pretty ugly. So the wheels are a bit scratched and curb rashed, but what are you gonna do? It's got some cheap tires on it. I don't even care to know. You can see it's got the classic Honda gray cloth interior. Well, it's beige actually. It's not gray, but I'm colorblind, sort of. Yeah, cloth came on the 4-cylinder models. The V6 models came with leather, but this cloth material is rare because it was only made for the 1998 model year. Now this is a partially powered seat. It's 6-way. Your backrest adjustment is manual. Right, it's right there. You have a bar to slide the seat back and forth up there, and then this is for the height, and that's powered. See, I cleaned the interior for her. It was absolutely disgusting when I first got in the car. But see, it's in decent shape. Judging from the outside, you'll probably shit at the, excuse my language, but you'll probably shit at the mileage it has, judging by the exterior. 61,696. Yep, that's it. She bought it from my grandmother a year ago, well, a year and a half ago, and it only had 48,000 miles. Getting inside, it's typical 6th-gen interior. It's all soft touch up here. You have a nice chrome door handle. Your power locks, same ones that are in my TL. Your power mirrors on the door. You have an automatic down driver's window. The rest are all powered. A vinyl armrest, which isn't the most comfortable thing, I'll be honest. And then some stuff down below. She did have all these pockets filled with crap. I cleaned them out somewhat. Push for your fuel cap, pull for the trunk, hood latch, focus, cruise control on and off, sunroof. I've gone over this in the TL. Close, tilt, and then open. And it's a pretty fast sunroof too. Steering wheel tilts. It's very thin rimmed. It's vinyl wrapped. You had to get the leather interior to get the leather wrapped wheel. Lights. Flick in for your high beams, and then just shut them off. Flick it in again. It's another thing I learned in the TL. I mean, obviously my TL is based off this Gen Accord, so there are a lot of things similar. The wipers did throw me off. The TL has the same thing. You have to twist them to turn them on, and then versus Toyota, where you push it down to activate it, and then push it up for the one-time thing. These you push down for it to do it one time. Just something I had to get used to. Let's see, I've put 32 miles on the car already, but I did have to drive it home from my grandmother's, and that's a good 20 miles. Hazards. So the car shakes when it's idling, and I'm not sure why. Could just be a 4-cylinder thing. My TL kind of does it, but not as bad. Single zone manual climate control, but I do like it. It's Honda style with the buttons instead of the slider or knobs, whatever. This broke off, this knob, and I managed to put it back on. I think my cousin was just too lazy to put it back on, but the AC works fine. You have the radio, which is 6 speakers. You would think it's 4, but there are actually 2 tweeters all the way up there on the dash. For a 6-speaker system, it's pretty shitty. I much prefer the 4 speakers and the sub in my TL. The radio works the same way as my TL though. They have a storage pocket down below. This is also filled with crap. I put everything in the glove box. It's got a vinyl shifter. You have to get the leather interior to get the leather shift knob. Oh, and you have to set your cruise control on the wheel, by the way. 4-speed automatic. It's a pretty responsive transmission for being a 4-speed. Does have low gear selection. One thing I accidentally that I didn't even notice until I got on the highway is when I went to slam it into gear, it goes into D3. I kind of forgot about that. I knew of that, but I know it's a very Honda thing of this gen. Parking brake, and this is the reason I have to use this car for my road test, is because it has to have the parking brake in the middle, and none of the other cars in my family have it. Maybe it's on a console that's 1 leveled. She has crap in there, and then there's another level here. The glove box, full of crap. You can see, but it's pretty deep. It looks small, but it's actually really not. Being a 6th gen Accord, the dash is a hard touch material, but it's grained very nicely. It's not loose or anything. And then the rest of this is all padded. Even the glove box lid down here, all the way down to here, it's padded. Over here, all padded up to this point. It's padded over here. Like I said, it's just a nice touch. It's even padded over here. Pillars are plastic by TL, I forgot to mention, but they are vinyl wrapped in the TL, which is pretty nice. Cloth headliner feels very nice. That's the registration. And she has crap up there too, but it has little vanity mirrors with lights. And then down here, you have cup holders. And that's about it. I've always loved the seats, and it feels so awkward to drive this car considering I grew up in it. So we'll go ahead and pop the hood. So it's the trunk. And like I said, you just push for the fuel cap. Although one thing I noticed about this car before I get out, it has a very awkward driving position. I tend to put my knee, and my knee tends to cram up onto this thing, this part here. And then the dead pedal has a very awkward position as well. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get a 6th gen Accord. Back seat, pretty good shape. No one ever sits back here. But like I said, I've always loved the cloth material in these, ever since my grandmother got the car. There's a little pass-through, but I believe the seats do fold down, but I'm not completely sure. You have speakers back there as well. And maybe I'm too much of a critic of the audio system, considering that speaker down there is blown, but whatever. You have 1 mat pocket. Back here, materials are all the same, except down below it's hard plastic. Her trunk is full of crap. Single exhaust. The V6 models did get dual tips. Same thing on this side. See, she did replace the headlights at some point. And then under the hood, which is not strut held, it uses a little prop holder. They have a 2.3 liter single overhead cam, 16 valve 4-cylinder. It only makes 150 horsepower. I'm not sure on the torque rating. I haven't looked it up. I just know in mind that these make 150 horsepower. Acceleration's very slow. I had this thing floored on the highway and it really went nowhere. But yeah, if you're gonna buy one of these used, definitely go for the 3-liter V6. But my cousin does manage to squeeze 30 miles a gallon out of this, so I guess it's not too bad. And one thing I love about this engine compared to my TL is it's very easy to rev from under the hood, if I can get it. Oh, come on. So go ahead and hop inside and give it a few revs. Does have a rev limiter at 5,000 RPM. We shut the door. And the sunroof. Not the quietest cabin, but it is a very smooth 4-cylinder compared to the Highlander and the Camry. But the Camry was given to my cousin, so that's what we swapped. Overall, I can't complain really, it's not a bad car. He's back down. Open the sunroof back up. And we will go ahead and shut her down. Now the locks do this weird thing where they automatically lock themselves if you like have the power on. It's weird, I don't like it. I'm glad my TL doesn't do it. But that sums it up for the tour. Thanks for watching, and for always subscribe for more. Thanks.